Look, first thing is that in its scenario, what is happening? Suppose you think this is my file number one, this is my file number one, and this is my file number two. File number two, this is first file, this is second file. Now please try to understand one thing. Inside a file number one, okay, I have some function, like I have function one, I have function two, I have function three. And from the file number two, means second file, this is the first file, this is the first file, this is the second file. From the second file, I want to access or use these functions. Okay, I want to use these functions. I have multiple functions within a file. I have written, suppose first file is created by one person, second file is created by another person, and the programmer who writes the second file or write the code in the second file, that person wants to use this functionality. This is the thing. So in normal scenario in C, what is happening? We are writing hash include stdio.h, and then we can use printf scanf like this. We are using math.h hash include, so we can use that sqrt pow sign cost like this. In case of Java, what we are doing? Import java.io dot star or any class name, and we can create the object. But now here in JavaScript, how we can communicate or establish relation between the two files? Okay, one easiest way is what is the easiest way? Create an object in the morning session. I told you object is nothing but that is your bag, means create a bag or object, and inside the bag you should have some chain, like some key, like some variable. Okay, so here you create variable 1, variable 2, variable 3. Okay, and with the each variable you assign the function. So this is our, okay, don't be confused. So here I am removing this if1 name, so I am considering this file number 1, file number 2, because otherwise you may confused. That's why I am changing the file name. Okay, so what is our objective? Our objective is our objective is, from the second file we want to access function 1, function 2, function 3. So what we will do? Create the object, create 3 variables, then with each variable we assign the function. Okay, function 1, function 2, function 3. Okay, we will assign the function. So I told you that a variable can store a function, variable can store a value, variable can store also a function. So all the 3 functions we are put inside a container. What is the container? That is our JSON object. Each function is mapped or stored inside a variable, So after creating this object, suppose I give its name X. After creating this object, what we should do? We should export this. We should export this. Okay, export this object. If we use export keyword, then from the other file it X variable, or sorry, X is a variable, X variable can be imported. Please try to understand. From the first file, if we export the object, then in the second file, we can import it. If I am not export it from the first file, in the second file, third file, fourth file, we cannot import that. So to import any file, that file should be exported. Otherwise, it is not possible to import. Please remember this thing. So now, next question. Okay, so what we will do? Create an object, store the function inside the variable, and export that variable. And in the second file, okay, how to import? For importing anything, we have a keyword require, just like hash include. That is a macro, this is the function. Okay, so this is require. There is a require, and with the require you should place the first file path, where the location of the first file, where this file is first file is located, where the first file is located. So location of the first file. Okay, and it will, what it will do with the help of require, it will go find the first file, and it will check export is there, and this variable will be stored in another variable. Now if I open this, please try to understand what I have done here. I create let x variable. I'm creating a variable, and this curly braces starting and the line number 11 curly braces ending, that means I am creating an object. Within that object, I create three key or three variables. What is this? Info, warning, and error. And with each variable I am assigning some functions. Okay, this function does not have any name, that's why these are called these are called anonymous functions. So after creating this, last line is module dot export. Now what is, okay, just you concentrate, forget about the term module, I'm coming. So you should export. Now what things you should export? Export equal to X. So this full object we are exporting. And when we export this, just give me 1 minute. And the thing is that what we will do? We will import that thing. What is that? Require, and I am giving the path name where the file is located. Okay, within the same directory both the file is there, that's why I am putting dot. Dot means it will refer to current directory, and 04 is, it is our file name. And now X is stored here. I am exporting X is stored where? Here in this variable. What is the variable name? That is, you can use let or where, no issue. Here nothing. So it will be stored where? It will be stored my log module here. And okay, if you want, suppose you can give the name, what I can say, suppose you can give the K. So with the help of the K, what you can do? K dot info, K dot K dot error. So whatever I am exporting, whatever object I am exporting, that object will be stored inside the K, and with the help of K, we can call this info, we can call the warning, so appropriate method will be executed. This is the concept of import and exporting. Now ask me, just forget about the right now module I'm coming. With any question regarding this structure or execution, please ask me. Any question comes in your mind, please ask me. Any question, anything comes, please try to understand. This is the structure you required. Anything you required, you can. Export is a keyword. X is an object. X is a variable, not object. X is a variable, and within that variable, object stored. Export is a keyword, module is a keyword, and X is a variable, but within that variable, an object is stored. That is the main concept. Means, please think like this way. Within the object, okay, value is not stored. Sorry, within an variable, value is not stored, object is stored. That is the how can it understand from which directory to import from if the file were created. Okay, if you are putting it in different directory, then you should use, okay, dot means current directory, or dot dot means parent, sorry, dot dot means parent directory. After going to the parent directory, then you should put new directory name, then give the path. Okay, then give the path. Here generally we are putting this thing within a main folder under the subfolder, within a main project under the subfolder. So you have to give the path. Don't give the absolute path like C colon backslash, like program files backslash some folder name backslash some. Don't give that thing. Always try to give the relative path, because when you will upload this in the real life server, it will work perfectly. That is, you have to give a path where it is there. This is what is this. Keep it different directory. Don't worry, different directory we will take care. Different directory is also there. Look, same thing we will do. Just I'm here. I'm showing you only for we will do it with this. Just give me with this. Look, I'm just. Oh, this is not the thing. AEC node. Look, here this type of things we will do. Okay, look, this is one thing. This is one.js file. Look, this is one file. Here inside the controller another. We will communicate this file, this JS file, with the help of its export with this file. So both are in different folder, and it will be, and from here also we will access all those files. This is the thing. Different folder we will keep, accordingly path will be changed. That is the thing. To access that thing, okay, if you want to show, I can show you the path. So you have, I have to give dot dot means it will go to the outside of the current directory. Then I have to use models. Then I have to use the folder name, means file name. That is the concept. Okay, any all the anonymous functions stored in export variable, all the export variable. Okay, anything object function string it. Okay, Akshat, 100% we can export anything in form of object. Okay, and our object will not be small, it will be big, and we can export anything. We can export anything. This is the with this in this way, and not necessary with all this, all the function we can create another variable, and we can put assign object. Okay, so within a single object we can pass function, array, and other things also. Okay, now explain the required syntax. Okay, definitely. And another question is all the anonymous function in export variable. Look, all the anonymous Vishnu, I am not exporting the anonymous function. Please try to understand. You want to give 3 books to your friend. You will not giving the 3 books separately. What you are doing, you take that 3 books, put it in a bag. That bag is your object, and you give that bag to your friend, so that they that your friend will get the bag, and then with the help of the name of the book, that is your variable name, that is the variable name, he or she can extract the book. That is the thing. Here I am exporting the variable, and if I export the variable, within the variable whatever things is present, all things are exported. That is the concept. So here I can syntactically I can say, okay, I am exporting the variable, if and inside the variable there is object, so object also exported. Okay, this is the object array. Okay, required syntax. Look, very simple. uh, okay, just a minute. Look, required syntax is very simple. Required syntax if both the files present in the same folder. If both the file presents in the same folder, then what you should do, you should put dot. Dot means it will searches in the same folder, and then using the front slash give the file name, only file name. That's it, nothing with the extension, file name with the extension. This is the required, and whatever is exported from here, that will be stored here. Okay, that will be stored here. You can give the same variable name, you can give different variable name, no issue. This is the required syntax. Okay, Akshat, we can communicate data through object only. Is there any other? Yes, very good question. Look, if you are asking, so I am telling you that if we have, look, UI server database, from UI to server, there are communication. We can both way communication. We can do using 2 things. Okay, how? One is using the JSON object in form of JSON object, both way. When user will pass data to the server in form of JSON object, and server will JavaScript object oriented notation. Okay, this is JSON object, and from the server when it comes to the UI, that is also JSON object. Second thing is most popular, that is JSON is the right now most popular and widely used. Another is our string format, string, because XML is used. But right now in the modern technology, in irrespective like you, if you take Spring Boot, if you take any other technology, okay, uh, XML is there. We can say just that is before 2 years it is very popular, but now JSON is the most widely accepted way. XML is also correct, that I agree, definitely. So that's why I'm not using the term XML right now. Now the thing is that always JSON object and the string, the two ways for communication. Okay, XML right now, that is not used maximum time JSON, because if we transfer with the help of JSON, we can pass more data at a time. Because what is a Spring Boot, that is the Java technology, okay. In the server side code, that is called microservice architecture, using the Spring Boot, using the Java technology. And if you are using the XML, you have to create a DOM node, and from the node parent child, so it requires more time to access. That's why it converts to access in the JSON format. Tell me any other. So your answer is right now, how to communicate from UI to server. There are two ways. One is JSON, another is string. Now, if you can say more specific way, that not only a single object, it may be array of JSON object, it may be we will create an array means it will be dynamic array. That means its size will be increased if the number of object will increase, and within that dynamic array we will put the JSON object and we will return back, or we will send from client to server. That is the concept. So that's why I am putting the JSON. Actually, we will use array of JSON when we fetch data from the database. Any question, anything comes in your mind, so please ask me. Please ask me. So I think it will help